well now I have this all added up. Anyone have anything interesting to say? You would do it for this person. Think about that for a second. Would she do it for Lada? Latest field, seedy world of tabloids. It's even seedier than a torrent. Alright. How on earth are we going to do this, I wonder? I love how organized she has this room, too. She's like one of the only people we found in this game that actually has everything together. Oy. What could I go about here? Like, what could I possibly... Like, it's just a job for her. She has no personal connections to it. So who would she do it for? Would she do it for personal reasons, then? To prevent herself from getting, like, you know, captured. Bleh. So maybe she would go for Lada. I don't know. That's a possibility. Back to the hallway. I don't know. Nothing really to help me out here. Man, Lada, you're looking bulgy right there. Karita's room. I don't even know why I came back in here. That teddy bear looks like it's dying, and it got ripped into shreds. The poor thing. I wonder if that is anything interesting. There's also like some sort of cell phone over there on the ground. Let's examine that poor bear. Nope, nothing. The table probably would just be all the electronics. There's nothing much to say. The grizzly bear probably says the same thing. Whatever. I would love a grizzly bear doll. Like, that would be fucking awesome right there. I would love that thing. Just sleep with it. I don't even need blankets anymore. Just have a heavy-ass bear sleep on me. Literally. Oy. Well. Honestly, all that did was update my camera. For the difficulty it was, I guess that's to be expected, but come on. Nope. Poor Powers. What about this clipping? Anything else? Nope. Took all the time to show you the damn thing I already showed you, but you don't care. Alright, to the lobby. Maybe I do have to present Wendy. Maybe I do. You know what? I'm gonna go back through this for one quick second. Go back through what On Guard's past is real fast. The guy frame at 1. Scandal. Okay. Right. Why do you know about this anyway, Miss Oldback? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. Maybe I have to present the tabloid, actually. Alright, let's try presenting the tabloid. That's about all I can think of to do. Nope. She's being a complacent bitch. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know at this point. Criminal Affairs Department, let's go. Oh shit, here we go. New stuff is happening. Good stuff. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Detective Gumshoe said they had a big investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back. Hey, so you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's nothing to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are airtight, bleh. But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Literally, you've said that in, like, every case before this. Yeah, it's pretty airtight, man. This douche hat from the hotel across the street totally saw her sister killing her sister. Yeah, but she didn't. Holy shit, how the fuck did you do that? That's basically how it goes. Since day one with this guy. So what do you mean the evidence is airtight? I can't give you the details, pal, but there's 2 big pieces. 2? And both of them are in this photo. The first is the button that's missing from the victim's chest. That button that you found during your body search of Mr. On Guard. Yep, I found it in the folds of Mr. Nico's, whatever, that guy Samurai's special pants. And the second one is... That's pretty funny. The knife in his chest, pal. The fingerprints on the knife in his chest, to be exact. Well, we knew this already, like, both of those were pretty good. Fingerprints? Whose are they? You didn't even have to ask, little missy, it's obvious. They're Matt Guards. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Alright, what about airtight testimony? So what about this airtight testimony? I wonder if we are defending a guilty man. Because if you think about it, he asked, did you murder anyone? And it could be possibly he didn't. He just stabbed him. But it didn't kill him, and then someone else killed him somehow. It's that old security lady, Miss Oldbag. I thought so. What do you mean you thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And if I ever told her not to open that mouth of hers and blab to anyone. Her blab knock is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down. Trust me. Yeah, well, Miss Oldbag saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around the estimated time of death. No way! Alright, well, sounds like we're pretty much fucked. Yo, you know anything about this tabloid, by the way? I don't know. We're pretty interested in this bit of gossip ourselves. The scandal with Mr. Kurita? But why? Well, 2 years ago, a woman committed suicide. Where the fuck did that come from? Suicide? Her name was Celestine Pax. Celestine Pax. And she was Juan Kurita's manager. The victim's manager. But that's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Adrian, whatever, fucking Andrews, everything she knows about the business from square one. Her mentor? A woman who was both Mr. Kurita's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this case? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yeah, I'd like to know more about her. That's probably who she was trying to help. She was the victim's manager, and she was also Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked together again by another death. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von Karma. You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy, you have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait. Please wait, sir. If I don't get this month's pay, I'll start... Quiet. If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you wanted to say? Wait, what? Who is this? Who? That voice. Edgeworth! Been a long time, right?
This person, this is Mr. Edgeworth?
What am I going to do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca.
You? How dare you show your face to me with a shred of shame upon it? Without a shut the fuck up. You've soiled the Von Karma name and dragged it through the mud. Run away with your tail between your legs like the ill-bred dog you are.
Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way. Let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you are having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back.
Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never. Mr. Phoenix Wright. I will see you tomorrow, in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory.
Still the same wild mare. She always was. Well, there's so much I want to say, Edgeworth. I'm so glad that you're not dead. But most importantly, you have to make sure you look at my attorney badge right now. I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me. Phoenix Wright. Still as stuck up as ever. Alright, well, let's have ourselves a nice little conversation. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died.
Mr. Nick.
I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you going to run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right?
That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems.
So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? I have something definite that you lack, and that's the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. Fucking Edgeworth coming through again. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Just what's going on inside his head. Alright, a lot of things may have happened, however, Manfred von Karma was still my mentor. And a perfect win record is proof of von Karma. 1 year ago, you could not establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecution trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone if you had never come back from the dead, Edgeworth. I see. Then let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Why stand in court? You know, I need to think about this. What the fuck happened to Trial 5? Did Trial 5, you know what, I gotta ask that. Did Trial 5 take place, like, years later or something? Trial 5 Ace Attorney... timeline. I need to know where this is in the fucking timeline. The timeline for the Ace Attorney wiki. This is probably gonna fuck me right now. There's gonna be a shitload of, like, all this stuff. Timeline. Los Angeles is founded. Well, that's way out in the back right there. Holy shit, there's a shitload of trials. Oh my god. I don't think I want to read anymore. I get the feeling I'm probably going to spoil myself some I'm really confused by what happened in Trial 5, because Trial 5 showed that, like, Edgeworth and Nick still had something going. There hasn't been no mention of Trial 5. I know Trial 5 came, like, later. Like, it wasn't originally packaged with the first Phoenix Wright. Whatever. So why stand in court, after all this time, man? Actually, that's me that needs to stand short in court. Well, if it was Francisca, she would be almost definitely say, "I will defeat you this time, the instant she saw me." But the courtroom's not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client. To save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals, those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. Looks like there's still a lot you have to learn. A lot I have to learn. Me? Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see it is coming soon enough. Well, if that's the case, what else can I present to you? Perhaps you know a little bit more about this magazine clipping now that Gumshoe was kicked out of the picture. Nope! Huh. Yo, you see this shit? It's my all-important attorney badge. I already tried that. I don't know what else to present. The Nickel Samurai, you know any of this shit, man? Do you know anything about this case? He probably was just like, yeah, Nick, not without my help. He still has an ego. He doesn't know shit about this case. How about this transceiver? Nope. Know anything about this crime photo? Nope. Do you know anything about anything? How about the profiles? The profiles will actually be something good. Let's go for what you think of yourself. We are looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Well, Edgeworth, you should really think about who you're talking about there. Why don't you just tell it to me straight and say I don't have any info? What about this girl? This woman is another key to this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But suddenly she was called away by a production and became Juan Carita's manager. And then a few months later, Celeste Impacts died. Celeste Impacts. Celeste Impacts. Why do I get the feeling that I should know that's like an acronym? I don't know if that's supposed to be like some sort of hidden word. Celeste Impacts. Maybe it's... Like, what the hell is that? Like, is there some giraffe rig bullshit going on here? I don't think so, no. Some, like, hidden word. But her death was a suicide, right? Yes. But there's still one riddle left unsolved. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? Well, how'd you know there was a suicide note? Interesting. Anything to say about Von Karma? Nothing to say about her. Alright, what about Adrian? Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Interesting. Maybe this guy loved Adrian. Holy shit. I don't know. Yeah, you remember this wrinkly old bitch? She wouldn't stop talking about you. Nope, you don't remember anything about her. What about Will Powers? You remember that whole fun case a couple years ago, buddy? That was a good old time, wasn't it? Alright, well, nope. How about Matt? While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? What What is so refreshing about a spring breeze? Well, spring breeze dancing seemed to think that there was a lot of things refreshing about a spring breeze. Sounds like the pollen's not treating him well this year. What about Juan? There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one about Miss Andrews getting close with him? But that's a pretty common tabloid fare, isn't it? I don't think shut the fuck up. I don't take things at face value when there is more to be found. I love this triumphant music for how silly it is. By the way, you know about Maya? Nope! He doesn't give a shit about any of that stuff. What about Pearlies? Alright. Anything about Dick? Poor Dick? What's gonna happen to him? Bobkiss. Lada you won't know anything about, and that's everyone. Alright, well, let's talk a little bit more about Celeste, if you can. Miss Impact's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, you could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. The suicide note? But how do you know Miss Impacts had even written such a note? There I go, seriously. How? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes the likelihood of a suicide note very high. Interesting. But who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Carita himself. The victim? Also, just saying, there is a little bit of hidden Japanese in this. You see that? You see her not wearing shoes? That's actually something that's somewhat popular in Japan, or not popular, I should say. It shouldn't be popular. It is pretty popular in Japan. Not like popular in a good way, but in like a terrible fucking way with all the suicide rates. But actually, there is tradition of sorts in Japan when you commit suicide, it's like considered honorable to take off your shoes. Yeah, I did a Japan project and I learned just how shitty their suicide rates are over there. He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who has a chance to hide her suicide note. Mr. Carita hid his own manager's suicide note? But why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? How many parts of this bastard were there? Ah, shit, I just clicked on the same thing again. Sorry, Edgeworth. Sorry to make you go through this bullshit a second time. Although he still has, like, the corn cob, like, straw pipe or whatever the fuck it is in his mouth still. That's kind of fun. Alright, well, let's check that court record. Can I present this to him and see if he tells me anything else? Probably not, but we'll find out. I don't like to look through the reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts, like that one. That has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempted's name is... It's Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews? What did she do? She tried to kill herself? She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself. You think she's a strong career woman? That is just her image. Adrian Andrews. She has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. Secret? Her codependency. That's the key word. Codependency. The word most unsuited to describing that woman. That could mean one of like 2 things almost. Codependency. Like, I'm thinking of either a codependency with alcohol or like the fact that she's dependent on like multiple people. Maybe the fact that her mentor died. I don't know. Facts about this codependency. So are Adrian Andrews and codependency related? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of there you go. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Quite possibly because she had lost her will to live. Lost her will? But why would she... Pillar of strength, her mentor Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. Why would that... Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is a person who looks for someone she can trust unconditionally. And once she finds that someone, she blindly follows them. Without someone to guide her, she feels uneasy and can't carry herself through life. And that's her codependency. When Celeste Impacts died, she suddenly committed suicide, shut up. The world before her turned pitch black. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Then that means her super confident attitude, it's all a facade. Straight out of 2005! Oh god, that damn game. I should play a round of that, just for shits and giggles. She was only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Damn, well, I think we have all the pieces to break her down. And they broke him down. Yeah, they broke him down. See, I can't be your saint no more. I won't be hanging around and broke him down. Let's get going and wreck her pretty hard. We have all the pieces, I think. How didn't this make tabloids? This would have been something pretty good for Lotta to look into. I know it's messed up, but the tabloids don't give a shit. Ah, great. Do I have to go for a scavenger hunt for her now? Oh, Miss Andrews is here. Oh, no, she's here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. That's Franziska von Karma. Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so... You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following. Girls. No one's following after Mr. Detective with that little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. I'll show you something interesting, little girl. What is that? An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. Oh, I had a feeling. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was a receiver. You know, you told him to get lost, so did you really need to keep that receiver on him anymore? I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what you just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Well, she's being an awful bitch right now. Man, they're really trying to make me hate Von Karma. It's not gonna work, game. I still kind of like her to some extent. I have the feeling that she's gonna have a relapse and she's gonna become a good person. Hopefully, if we get lucky. I bet if I try to present anything now, I'm gonna get whipped. But it's not gonna work. Time for the Magadama. Oh wait, but if I do this, I'm gonna present exactly to Von Karma how we do the damn whatever. I don't care. Time to tear shit apart. My name is Link, hero of time. I've been bench pressing. Alright, let's go. I highly doubt that. After all, we have this little magazine clipping. Ha-ha! You and Mr. Kurita had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you'd even have your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people bought into this story. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on your good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there were a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there were ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake? A one... Celeste, perhaps?
Take that!
Celeste Impax, your mentor. Why do you know about Celeste? Miss Impax. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was one Kurita's mentor, or manager of that. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. As it says right here, the suicide note was missing. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like, maybe the person who discovered her body. Mr. Kurita. Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita. I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you'd like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you. That would probably be your own attempt at suicide. Miss Andrews, you went through it too, didn't you? Went through what? A suicide. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, and you live by yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that's all just a lie, a facade. To steal Edward's words. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking of what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Creed of hiding Miss Impax's note. You heard about it, and you thought to recover from him by getting close. Am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why the victim was killed. Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one most likely to want Mr. Kurita dead. Me? Miss Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Murder? Damn, dude! Shit get real. It's true.
I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth.
She looks pretty bulky, too.
Miss Andrews, this one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. That someone was Juan Carita. Celeste, without her I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Carita to recover her suicide note, correct? And what happened to this poor girl's parents? Maybe that's why she's all messed up in the head. That's a shame, man.
Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke, they pinch back.
And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me. That's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide. I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the always thinking type. You know, Phoenix, you got some blackmail in this girl. You got some dirt. You could always use this to your advantage somehow. Like, you know, we could get her to convince that she committed murder, then we could get her thrown in jail, and that would sort of be doing what the killer wanted. I don't know. She never says anything carelessly, it seems.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card?
Yeah, I guess she has.
Miss Andrews, what's that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
What is it? It looks like a cloister?
That's what it looks like anyway.
It seriously looks like a cloister shell.
I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder when I picked it up from.
We're not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands.
Alright, well, we didn't really get much from that, did we? We just got a card. Great. Alright, Pearls, what do we got here? Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all. Has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's get back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am.
You don't look fine to me. Come on, kiddo. Let's get moving. Actually, no, I really quickly want to visit the bathroom first. Sorry, I just want to go to the bathroom real fast. I mean, I haven't gone to the bathroom since the first time I got in yet, but whatever. Guess I can't go to the bathroom. Whatever, we'll just walk 2 miles back to the office and go there. Yo, man. Later. Anything I can talk about? Nope. Well, I'm out. No, did that update anything other than just give me this weird-ass card? Huh. Where'd that card go? Do I not have the card? What? She was just holding the card, but she didn't give it to me? Well, I guess the card's kind of worthless otherwise, but whatever. That's gonna come back somehow. It's gonna be like the killer's, like, mantra or something. Some little special note of death. What's up, bitch? I'm out of here. I wonder if that's, like, her breathing. That's, like, fogging up the helmet. That's probably what that is. Alright, let's get moving. God damn it. $20 we get a call from the killer right now. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just assuming that's probably what's going to happen.
So, what now?
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one who discovered the victim's body. Clever. Wow, I actually called that shit.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
Hello? This is the law offices of Wright & Co.
Mr. Attorney.
You're not answering the phone. Maya. Where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not come within a few feet of her this whole time. Phew.
Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree?
Wait, Maya, let me hear her.
Very well.
Ask my... Maya, is that you?
Sis.
Ask my sis. Maya. Damn it, he cut me off.
Miss Maya said ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that? Well, take one guess. Come on, Phoenix.
Ay, you're a hopeless one.
Sorry. Ah! Mia?
I have a message from Maya, so come. Ask me anything you want about her.
Shit. Well, we wrecked the killer. Oh my god. Seeing the full frontal face of this is absolutely hideous. It's literally a cross between Pearly and Mia. That is so fucking scary. Also, the way she has her clothing there. Yeah, thank God she has her arm in the way. Otherwise, we'd be getting a show right now. Oh, by the way, my attorney badge. It's all important, you know.
Sorry, but I don't have time to answer your questions.
Yeah, and we should be worrying about Maya right now. Alright, let's get to it. How's Maya?
She's safe, for now. The kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad she's safe. But, Mia, how'd you know...
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use your spirit channeling to this. Pretty smart of her. Alright, so what about the kidnapper? The kidnapper, what's he like?
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker.
Ugh.
Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her? Date unknown, time unknown, location unknown.
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now.
Move? Where the hell could I move to?
If I don't do something to the door first, I don't think I'll be moving anywhere.
There's a note right there.
Huh? Someone dropped a card here.
And look at that.
It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. A strange card.
Alright, well, what else we got here?
What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see.
What about that light above the door?
Did you Drat, it's locked. But the store's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard to do it. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Ah, that's it. This show card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Is this literally what Maya thinks about all the time as she's just walking around? Alright. Now if you excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. Interesting. Well, when we come back next time for more Phoenix Wright, we're gonna see where Maya's little adventure led to her. If it actually goes anywhere. I don't know if it actually goes anywhere. We might just go back to Phoenix. Who knows? See you guys for that next time. Have a good one.